The World Touring Car 700 at Circuit de la Sarthe on Gran Turismo 7 is for sure a fan favourite for going and earning lots of credits. And being a timed race, you can use near enough any car, as long as it fits the race regulations. And if you're looking for a quick fire way to get stuck into this race, no questions asked, minimum spend, for maximum return, Group 3 cars are a great shout. And that said, here are 5 of my favourite Group 3 cars to use for this race, to very easily bank 1.6 million credits an hour on GT7. And here we are for the World Touring Car 700 at Circuit de la Sarthe. A race timed to 30 minutes, 6 times fuel, 6 times tyre for cars up to 700 pp, also with dynamic weather. We're yours for winning 550,000 credits, where you can use your own car. And for this one, we're going Group 3. And here are the cars we'll be using: the Ford GT race car, Toyota Supra, Lexus RCF, Lamborghini Huracan, and the AMG Mercedes. A great selection of Group 3 cars to use for this race. And being Group 3 cars, all are very solid and highly dependable. Great for getting stuck in, no questions asked. Go to Brand Central, where all 5 cars are available. The Supra, Lexus and Huracan for 450,000 credits, the AMG Mercedes for 480,000, and the Ford GT race car for 1 million. And all being in Brand Central, go buy the cars whenever. And head over to the tuning shop. No need to go to GT Auto, just need the ballast and wet tyres. And that's it, which is the same for each car. Minimum outgoings on this one. All 5 cars running in the same way, making this a very quick visit to the tuning shop. The ballast just needed to help fit the PP and also helps with front-rear weight balancing on each car, and the wet tyres for the rain, if any, and racing hards for the dry, which, like nearly all of the other parts, are already fitted. And with that, all done. And here's what the Ford GT race car will be to enter the race, roughly the same for the others. Another great thing about Group 3 cars, for this race anyway, very easy to get ready. And here are the setups. First up, the Ford GT race car, where equal anti-roll bar and negative camber angle on the suspension and differential set of low torque going to mid-high on acceleration and braking seemed to work well for smoother corner entry and exit, also the aim with the other cars. And the transmission is left as standard and there is no power restrictor, also the same as the others. While the ballast is set to 108, the ballast positioning on -50. The fully customised body CU is set to 100, downforce is maximum on the rear and minimum on the front, and brake balance is set to +5, which can be changed. And with that, that's 699 pp, 527 brake horsepower. Next is the Toyota Supra, which is pretty similar, with a bit lower front ride height and the same on the anti-roll bar and damping on the suspension, with a bit more acceleration than braking on the differentials, which found for this car worked really well. Skipping over the transmission and power restrictor, the ballast is set to 200, the ballast positioning on 9. And there is just a bit taken off the fully customised body CU, dropping to 95 to fit the PP, with downforce again maximum on the rear and minimum on the front. And with brake balance on this one on -5, that's 699 pp, 562 brake horsepower. Now the Lexus RCF, which includes a bit more front anti-roll bar and rear negative camber angle on the suspension, and differentials set to equal torque and acceleration with a bit more on the braking. Thought for general drivability, these settings on this car work great. Going past the transmission and power restrictor, the ballast is set to 134, the ballast positioning on 32. And full output on the fully customised body CU set to 100. Downforce is again maximum on the rear and minimum on the front. And with brake balance on -5, the Lexus is good to go on 699 pp, 535 brake horsepower. Moving on to the Lamborghini Huracan, where, finally compared to the Lexus, equal but a bit lower damping, and a bit of toe angle on the front of the suspension along with the rear, and again equal torque and acceleration and a bit less braking on the differentials, seemed to suit the car well. No transmission or power restrictor, and on this one the ballast is on 200, the ballast positioning on -50. The fully customised body ECU is dropped a bit to 96, like the Supra, to help fit the PP. With downforce again, maximum on the rear and minimum on the front. And with brake balance on +5, all set to go. On again, 699 pp, and on the Huracan, 553 brake horsepower. And finally, the AMG Mercedes, with equal anti-roll bar and damping, and a bit more front than rear negative camber angle on the suspension, and differentials of low to mid from torque to acceleration and onto braking. Thought for this car, these settings were pretty good. Jumping over the transmission and power restrictor, the ballast is on 200, the ballast positioning on 0. The fully customised body ECU is also turned down for this one, set to 89 for again the PP. And downforce is maximum and minimum on the rear and the front respectively. And with brake balance on -5, that's 699 pp and 547 brake horsepower. These setups, found in general, all work well. And with only the ballast and ECU on 3 of the cars to change to get them into the PP, you can be race ready and out on track in next to no time. Pick a car, get in, and away you go. Into the race then, where, like the setups, the race strategy, pretty straightforward. On fuel mix 6, each car can do 4 full laps before needing to make a pit stop, so this seems a good move, keeping an eye on the weather radar throughout and changing to wet tyres if needed. Turn the fuel up a bit if you want to go a bit quicker, but in any case, you'll be more than fast enough being in Group 3 against Group 4, and each car does drive and handle really well. For superb drive around the whole lap, the Ford GT race car and Lamborghini Huracan have got you covered. And while top-end speed may not play to their strengths, the Toyota Supra and Lexus RCF make up for it with fantastic handling, with the AMG Mercedes taking everything in its stride as a great all-rounder. And as far as the weather goes, World Touring Car 700 regulars will know. In some races it may rain, in some it may not. In some races it may rain more than once, in some a light shower, in others heavy rain. In any case, inters or full wets will work fine. The cars with these setups do seem to look after tyres, dries or wets, really well. And whatever happens, you'll get round very easily to the checkered flag, no issue. 1 pit stop, 2 or 3, no worries. Race distance in each car, 7 laps, 6 depending on the weather. The finishing times averaging from low to high, 30 minutes. The Ford GT being the quickest on 30:07, the Lexus up next on 30:18, just in front of the Huracan on 30:19, and the Supra and AMG Mercedes tie in on 30:27. Fastest laps ranging from 411.979 in the Ford GT to 414.419 in the Supra. Average lap times of 4 minutes 12. Each race with a bit of rain in the middle. 7 laps in each one. And with that, with the clean race bonus, that's 825,000 credits. Meaning 2 races an hour, that's just over 1.6 million credits. The clean race bonus pretty much a guarantee every time, along with the victory. And there we are. 5 great Group 3 cars you can use for the World Touring Car 700 at Circuit de la Sarthe. All 5 cars are very easy to obtain, easy to drive, and in summing up Group 3 cars in general, great all-rounders, however you look at it. A very easy, surefire way to earn lots of easy credits at Le Mans. If you do this race in Group 3 cars, which ones do you use? And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, or live stream. Thanks for watching.